At a certain point in Peter, Paul, and Mary's career, we had been together only a short period of time. We received a call from Harry Belafonte, who said, "Come and sing on this particular march, this demonstration." We were already keenly aware of the fact that there was a civil rights movement that was moving forward in America. It had been going on for some time. At the time, the country was saying a Pledge of Allegiance with liberty and justice for all, but it was fatuous because it wasn't for all. People of color did not have justice. They did not have freedom. They couldn't vote. In Washington, D.C., if you were a person of color, you couldn't use a public bathroom. You couldn't use a water fountain unless it said for colored only. So when Peter, Paul, and Mary were approached by Harry Belafonte, we of course said yes. We were well prepared to sing what we sang. Ossie Davis had come to me and he said, "How do I introduce you?" So I said to Ossie, say, now we have Peter, Paul, and Mary who will express musically why we are here and what this march is all about. So it was our intention not to entertain, not to make people take a moment off, but to focus on why we were there. And when we did so, it was euphoric. It was euphoric for everybody because the people out there were so jubilant. It was as if for that moment they experienced the sense of the freedom they wanted to achieve. And when that occurred, again and again, as people sang and spoke, it reached a culmination point when Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. went into his speech. At that moment, a human being was united with his very core of his soul, and all his heart was bursting forth with a commitment that was extraordinary. And Mary took my hand and she said, "Peter, we're witnessing history being made." We experienced what everybody else did. We felt, now we know what our lives are going to be about. And once you've had that kind of experience, and your heart is connected to it as deeply as those people's hearts and ours were, life is different. And so it still inspires, it still leads those of us who have stood the test of time, who are committed with our whole hearts to achieving equity, justice, freedom, fairness, who want not just our country, but the whole world to embrace what it was that we all felt we were saying that day. America came to realize that it had the capacity from the grassroots up to change its path and mold its future. And out of that movement came the anti-war movement, which was supported by Martin Luther King. What America's genius is that we can change, and it can come from the people. But we have to stand up for what we believe in, as we did then, and it takes courage. And in today's world, we have enormous challenges that can be met if we have the courage to do what we did in the civil rights movement. This movement was not about yesterday, it's about our lives right now.